non-chordate animals. If you see non-chordata, so you know all the first one is protozoa. So in protozoa, best example is amoeba and porifera and platyhelminths. Nematyhelminths. And before platyhelminths, we also have coelenterate. And annelida. So this is third one, this is fourth, fifth, sixth. So here in this protozoa, that is example amoeba, porifera, sponges and coelenterata, hydra, platyhelminths, tapeworm and nematyhelminths, roundworm and annelida, this one is earthworm. Can you remember all this? We have discussed in detail in 9th class. Here, coming to non-chordata, all these animals in this protozoa, porifera, coelenterata, platyhelminths, nematyhelminths and annelida, the respiration, the process of respiration occurs by diffusion. By diffusion. Is it clear? So, the process, all of you know very well that the living organisms cannot survive without oxygen. Whether it is single cell or multicellular organisms, each and every living organism requires oxygen. That process we call it as respiration. So here, protozoa, porifera, coelenterata, platyhelminths, nematyhelminths, annelida, the process of respiration occurs by diffusion. And after that, what is the next one? Arthropoda. In Arthropoda, it is the biggest phylum in the world. Is it not? So, Arthropoda is nothing but jointed legs. In Arthropoda, arthro means jointed, poda means legs. So here you can see, if we see the example of cockroach. In cockroach, we can see the trachea. It is having 13 segmented body, and here each segment have the spiracles. Spiracles are nothing but, if you see the cockroach, you know the cockroach, it is having wings and everything. On the back side, we can see the structures like this. So, these holes, through these holes, they will respire. We call them as spiracles. So, these spiracles will be attached with the pipes-like structures and they are interlinked, and through this they will get the air. So, we call it as tracheal system. Is it clear? So all of you know that the blood in cockroach is white in color. That means it does not have hemoglobin. So the blood will not help in the process of respiration. So it is taking directly the atmospheric oxygen can be absorbed by spiracles and it will be supplied to the tracheal system. And after Arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, all these will take, echino means skin, and by these respiration occurs, they will also take the air. And after, so with this we have completed the process of respiration, how it occurs in non-chordates. Coming to chordata, if you see the fishes. So, fishes or species. After this, amphibians. These are chordate phyla. Chordata, or first one is, that means these are having the vertebral column, backbone is present in these animals. So, amphibians. Next one, reptile. Next, aves. Next, mammal. So, coming to the fishes or fishes, you know, the fishes will live in water. If you see the fishes always, they will open their mouth, and through the mouth the water will enter inside, and they have the gills. Inside this gill are present, gills are otherwise called branchial. So, branchial respiration occurs in the fishes. How the fishes will live? Fishes will take the water, the oxygen which is dissolved in the water. So that's why if we bring the fishes outside the water, they will die immediately. So in chordata, that is in fishes, you can see the branchial respiration. So, and after this, amphibians. You know, the frog. Amphi means both. It can live for some time in the water, and after some time it will go out of the water. So whenever it is out of the water, it can respire through the skin. The skin is moist, so we call it as cutaneous respiration. What is that? Cutaneous respiration. So here you are seeing, first one branchial, second one cutaneous, and here in frog, if it comes out, it also have the lungs. So respiration through lungs is known as pulmonary respiration. What is that? Pulmonary respiration. Okay. So here in fishes, you can see the respiration through gills. We call it as branchial respiration. And coming to the amphibians. Amphi means the animals which can live both in water as well as outside the water. We call them as amphibians. In that, the skin is moist and it have the capacity to absorb the oxygen. We call it as cutaneous respiration. And coming to reptiles, aves, mammals. Reptiles అంటే నేల మీద పాకే జంతువులు. So we call them as reptiles. Snakes, crocodiles, all animals comes under reptiles. They respire through lungs. Whenever they are in the water, a little bit of cutaneous respiration occurs through skin. And aves are nothing but birds. Birds also have the respiration occurs by lungs. That is pulmonary respiration. And coming to mammals. Mammals respire through the, usually they have pair of lungs. So dolphins, whales, all comes under mammals. Bats also. So all the animals which will feed their young ones by milk are known as mammals. So in this way we can see the types of respiration, how it occurs in the animal.